Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSB Racing Live Friday night Winston Cup action from Talladega Super Speedway. I'm your host, Shawn Reap, with my partner from across the country there, Milt Minter Jr. How you doing, buddy?
Talladega, Alabama, Friday night, FSB Racing. Let's get a full field
Heck
tonight, and I'm doing great, by the way.
You're both peachy and keen at the same time, as George Carlin had the bit about. Well, fantabulous. And it is Super Speedway Racing tonight. We've got a huge field. Over 30 cars are going to take the grid tonight. Super Speedway Racing, no surprise you got the big crowd showing out. Everybody wants to come out here. Everybody feels like they got a chance at a Super Speedway. But because of that, it's unpredictable. It's wild. The channel trailer is the last time we were here, that 4-wide finish, which was won by the dude right there next to me on the track. Boop. Mr. Jim Christopherson, the Highwayman. The number 40 Western Auto Machine. On the pole with Jason Dulfer on the outside. Dave Jandry, Ryan Johnson, Jeff Hale, Mark DeSenza. This field's, pick a number. Any one of these guys could possibly win tonight. What it takes is just like any other week, is you got to be there at the end, first of all, and that means avoiding the big one. And we got a couple of great plate racers in the booth with us right now. We got Chris Beckman and Dan Jones. What's your guys' take? Do you want to be up front or do you want to be out back?
Out of trouble.
Yeah, I think either one of those is good as long as it means you're out of trouble.
Yeah, I kind of concur. And I see my buddy Dan there is starting P12 in the 007. You're kind of in the kill zone, man. You gonna just try and get down as soon as you can, or are you gonna go back there and try and find Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. Get down low and just hang out.
Awesome. We got Chad already activated here. We got Brian Lamb checking it. Hey, he's out there driving too.
Ferrari. He's got the Ferrari.
What are you doing?
Corsa de Meccanica de la Meccanica, the racing department.
Yeah, I don't think a Ferrari has ever won at Talladega. Doris Gately cheering for tonight. Slim. Audrey Ellens cheering for Dave. Francesco Malone cheering for Greg Palmer.
Never bet against the Italians, right, Milt?
Absolutely. Hey,
unless it's a world war.
You need a watch? It's Italian. You know?
I think they're 0 for 2 in those. Oh, I do hear the whistle in your basketball game a little bit there, Milty. That's not too bad. So, do we even bother making a prediction? Because, I mean, you know we're the kiss of death.
I want to make a prediction tonight.
All right, go for it, Chris.
I want to pick the 34 of Shane Wisman. He won the chicken run on Tuesday. Shane has been on fire lately, man. I'm picking him to win it tonight.
All right, hopefully you're not the kiss of death. But yeah, that is your chicken run winner. There he is in the Busch Chevy, right in front of Greg Palmer.
You know, I'm going to go with the 55 of Evan Castle.
Yeah, he's due.
He's got a good qualifying spot. It's all about staying alive and making that first pit stop and getting out there with those good drafters. So definitely, why not? You know, anybody can win. We know Brett Otto, hadn't won a race in his long career, and like we've heard in the real racing, like Michael Waltrip went 200 races or something, and Brett.
Look at Michael McDowell this year winning the 500.
Dog Palmer won a Daytona 500.
Meanwhile, we got the pace car off as they come through the tri-oval and start this up. Here we go, green flag in the air for Jim Christopherson leading us to green.
Well, it takes them a while to get going here with these plates.
Well, technically we don't have plates, so, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have plates, but they have like a truck physics, so it takes them a while to get going here. It will be approaching 200 miles an hour here, though, in this draft. Well, what do you want to do? You want to, stay out of trouble. And get in line here and run. This first run will be probably about 18 to 20 laps.
Yeah, you got about an 18 lap window, 20 if you're really. Oh, we got 2 cars in the infield already. Brad Otto and Slim Jim Gately sliding through the tri-oval. Hopefully not coming up on the track in front of anybody. And caution is in the air.
Backing it down here. With these pros, you know, you expect them to get along good, especially early, but, you know, that first run when you got 39 cars out there, the car does not behave like it does. Let's see what happened there.
There we go. Brad Otto's on the high side, and it looks like he just wasn't quite clear of Slim Jim. Brought it down and went for a slide. The part I didn't see because of the camera angle cut away.
Brad didn't hit nothing.
He didn't hit anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. Brad, the former Marine from Fresno, California.
Well, he would tell you.
Do you feel faint? I bet he does right now.
Brad would tell you once a Marine, always a Marine when you call him a former Marine.
Yeah, that was totally out of line there.
No, it looks like Kevin Mays in the 92 went for a little slide. Trying to see what happened to him there.
Brian, he disconnected, so was he in?
Oh,
it's like Kevin.
They were slowing down, and he got in the back of T.G. Reese, looks like, in the Skull Bandit car. Ding.
Oh, there's what happened. Oh, Slim did get hit.
Oh, that's
he got clobbered by Lamb.
Right there. Just horrible, you know. I mean, Lamb really looking for this race, but so Slim came back on the track. Nothing he could do. And, you know, for the 2000, oh my gosh.
Yeah, your season 38 champion of the series just got clobbered there. Oh, man. Lamb was slowing down, but...
Well, you're on for the ride right there, and Brad Otto was definitely lucky that he didn't hit anything. Just tough luck for Slim.
One of those years for him.
Yeah, you know, to win a championship like he did last year, where he, you know, didn't get to
right
run
on board.
all the races before. Okay, we get some more in-car here.
Right on board with Slim and see what it looked like from his perspective. Man, this is one of the worst feelings in the world in a super speedway situation.
Plus miles an
hour. So here he is.
He got nailed.
Here he is. There's nothing from this point on. There's nothing Slim can do to change any bit of the outcome. All he's got to hope is that nobody comes along and hits him, and bam, he gets hit. He never even saw that coming. Literally never saw it coming. Looks like Pop's got a piece of that too. The 99 of Jim Margison.
Oh my gosh. Tough luck for Lamb and Ferrari there.
Oh yeah, Jim Margison comes along and he gets a piece of lamb there. Piece of lamb's a good thing for Easter, not so good for a super speedway race.
Wow.
My goodness, Slim didn't even make the first lap.
That's so bad.
It's bad, is right. Here we got Slim Jim Gately out of the in-care center.
How you feeling, Jim?
Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted from this long race.
Oh man. Hope you had lots of fluids there, bud.
Man, I just don't have any words.
Well, Slim,
yeah.
you're the world champion from last year, but this year you've been, sometimes you're the hammer. It seems like you've been the nail this year, and it just really sucks. But what are you going to do, you know?
Well,
Nothing you could do.
Guess I'll see you guys next week.
All right, tough break there, Slim.
Brother,
Finish it strong next week for us, all right?
We'll try. All right, you guys have a good one there.
All right.
See you, Slim.
Thanks.
Pit stops abound here. Some guys taking tires and fuel. The guys in the back probably going to go ahead and do that. Not sure. I think the guys in front stayed out. So, but I'm not
anyone who locked up the brakes to avoid that probably wants to get 4 tires.
And this could offset you as far as pit strategy. You got to get
It
out
could
with the
offset-
winners at the
yeah.
right time. And yeah, Doris, man, that sucks. It's racing,
Yeah, the thing about pit stops here is you usually don't need 4 tires. So what's going to dictate the speed of your stop is the fuel. So even if you pit with everybody who stayed out, if you topped off, you've got a few more gallons of fuel, you might gain a few spots, get a little less time in the pits because they're faster to fuel it up. Yeah, 76 laps here tonight. And again, we got that 18 lap window. So we got ourselves about 3-4 stops here.
Oh, I forgot to post this on my Donkey Bob website. Got a text. Is there a race tonight? Oh, yeah, there's a race tonight.
Yeah, technically 4.22222 repeating stops would be, our fuel loads, rather, would be required to make the distance here.
Well, that's down to the decimal point, bro. I mean,
It is.
that's why you wear the black suit, you know.
That's why I got the calculator on my smartphone. You know how your
Smart.
teachers, you know how we were growing up and a teacher said, "You're not going to have a calculator with you everywhere you go." And we go, "Ha! Yes, I do. In fact, I've got a computer more powerful than the ones that landed men on the moon in my pocket."
Yeah, but they still wanted you to do the long ways.
It is good to know. For example, when you're out there driving in these races, being your own crew chief, you can't really reach over and type those numbers in on your Android. So it's good to be able to do that in your head.
Well, you know, catastrophe for some brings opportunity for others, and you know we've seen that before, and we're just gonna have to see how this pans out. We were just starting to talk about what you need to do, and but definitely the leader, Mr. The Highwayman, Jim Christopherson, definitely knows what he needs to do, and that's stay out front and stay there. You know.
Yep, stay up front, stay out of trouble.
Yeah, Slim was right behind me when we started, so right in the kill zone, like you said.
Yeah, and he
I
said
don't
that
like those middle
pre-race, that
spots.
seems to be like that middle end of the top 10 usually gets dangerous. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
luckily Dan and I were just far enough ahead of that to not be in the danger zone.
I got lucky. I just went up and it got an opening in the inside, and I went with it.
Some fella on the inside line gave you a little room, I think.
Yeah, that was you, wasn't it?
well,
Thanks, Chris.
All right.
and you got this group in practice. The 25 Keith Cordier was one of the faster cars, and he's in that group in a good spot there. When you're talking about danger zone, I really, think these guys are pros, so they know. That was just a misstep, probably by the 31 car. Not sure. We don't make. Those
I think
calls.
he didn't quite get clear there and came down a little early. So I don't know if the spotter wasn't saying anything or what, but bottom line, it looked like he came down.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't make those calls, but we see what we see, and that's it.
Call it as
so.
you see it, but it's non-binding.
All right, we got the okay for the green next time around.
All right.
So, we're looking, these guys are going to have that same mentality. We just got to get going. And this is anxiety filling racing. We'll get some in car here of how close these guys are. And it's way more stressful than any other type of racing. You're inches apart. And, you got to rely on everybody being inches apart around you. So.
Cars at the back, including the 54 of Billy Arbrough, the 15 of Matt Watkins, they're all coming in to top off.
Yeah,
83 of Steve Weber.
Teammates there, and that's definitely their plan. They expected that, and that's why they didn't qualify. They started in the back.
Smart
That's
play,
a
really. I
different
mean, that might
strategy.
give you an extra two laps of fuel. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, they don't miss much. These, multiple world champion, the record holder for most wins and championships, Matt Watkins, and his team, Monsoon Motorsports, have been around a long time, and they know Billy Verdi. Yeah.
We're going to take the restart from on board the 29 of Jeff Hale. And you can hear him clutching there. So he stayed out, but he's been clutching the whole time to save a little bit of fuel, not be at too much of a disadvantage to these cars that have topped off. So completely opposite strategies at play there.
Yeah, you know, like NASCAR, you shut the motor off, they don't have the capability, so what they do is push the clutch in, and that saves fuel. This is the view you have, which is very little. You see the car in front of you, you see the track, kinda, and you see the guy behind you. Now they're single file. This should help things get to going here.
There we go. Go to in-car so you get his rear view mirror too.
Yeah, how long it takes to rev out third gear.
Usually coming off two, right about here. There you go.
Already going 182 miles an hour. Cars are still getting going here. There's nothing like simulating when you're riding, and the aero, it's one thing with like 3 or 5 cars in a pack. Now you got 30 some odd cars in a pack here. It's definitely an eye-opener. Got a few play wins myself. Unfortunately, most of those I was up there where the 41 is, the 40 is, out in front. That's the safest place to be. Now they're going to get in line here, but eventually you're going to start working that outside line. And numbers mean something. But like we said, you know, at the beginning here, we need to get in line and get some laps in, and you know, think about pit strategy and executing. As you see them going by the pits right there, you're going to go from, it's 192 and 193, 194 miles an hour. You're going to get down to 55 miles an hour on that pit stop. And eventually we're going to have some green ones here. Got to execute that. Get down to 5, stay there, hit your pit stall, and get out, come out of pit road, and pick up the draft.
We'll go back on board here with Dave Ellens as he runs in the high line. You see, he's kind of hung out up there. We got those 2 live fire racing cars, the 043 of Brian Lovell, the 101 of Jeff Habbick up ahead of him. As he tries to work the outside, they had Will Farmer for a little while, but Will just dropped back down into a gap he found in the low line. That's Greg Palmer behind him.
The straightaway, just don't want to get that going into the curve, just like we see in real racing. Give a little bump there. They're already starting to work that outside line. They know they're on TV. They want to win this race, and they don't want to mess around. Let's go for it. So they're starting to work that outside line. Let's see who you know, piles in with that. Flat out, you know, I mean, the only time you lift, you know, they talk about it in the real racing, riding the brake, in the sim, it's more of a lift a little bit. You ride the brake too much, you lose too much momentum.
Depends on your situation. Most of the time I prefer to crack the throttle a little bit. Yeah, I like to just kiss the brake just before a bump. It helps stabilize the nose of the car and keeps you from getting that bumper grab.
Coming on 2 right here, and you're going to get a run. You know, you got to kind of lift.
Oh, he cuts down, and he brings Palmer with him.
I like
That's
that
a-
inside line on these first runs, man. Get down there and just, if you're lucky, defend because you want that and you want that on that option. The rest of these guys are going to have to look at that when they have to pin and find their way down there.
Meanwhile, Jason Dolfer has picked up the lead of that high line. It looks like they're starting to make some moves here. See, they're getting that momentum at the end of the straightaways. And you can hear now Dave Ellens on the bottom is having to lift a lot more.
Yeah, Jones feeling the yellow line a little bit and getting a little loose in that 007 car.
So here we go. Jason Dolfer is now getting picked up by the 91 of Ken Shea.
Whoa, boy.
Oh, he got hit in the corner and they saved it.
Oh, my gosh. Johnson and the 43 of Brian Lovell. Lovell saves it. These things, they're just not driving around on the freeway like it's, 70 miles an hour. They're going 195.
But you can see from that
They're
in-car
way
camera.
bad loose.
You can see from that in-car camera just how much these cars move around. They look like you're just driving them in slow motion in a
They're
circle.
not doing that on purpose. They're
No.
holding on with two hands, man. Grabbing their butts with two hands. Well, Dan Jones down by the yellow line again. Jeff Havoc in the 101. What great improvement, and he's definitely in the battle here. Ken Shea in the 91. Well, he's good everywhere, but we don't know him. His reputation is mile and a halfers and how he dominates. But just like anybody else in this pro league, he's definitely got a shot, and they're working that outside line in that Super B.
Yeah, so we got a replay here of that brown pants moment for the 043 and all the cars around them. We'll just play it here in the inset. So you can see the 101 gets a little tap on the 63. 63 wiggles, 101 wiggles, 43 wiggles, 22 hits them.
Somebody
And somehow-
down on the apron there again. I think it was
Somehow, nobody wrecked and all that.
that's sideways at 190 miles an hour plus, folks.
And as Milty would say, that'll get your sticker pecker.
I'll get your pecker the sticker. But these guys are all,
Oh, by the way,
they're
while
all veterans. They all want to win on this big stage. And Havoc taking the lead on that outside line.
yeah, we were just showing the replay of him getting knocked out of shape, and now here he is, making a charge for fourth place, possibly leading this high line up to the front.
Well, this guy used to climb like towers, like cell phone towers and stuff, Now he's the boss, kind of says, all right, climb that thing.
No, he retired from that, and he's making signs now, safely on the
kidding.
ground.
All right, but that's what he did. I mean, they call him Tower because he was that fearless guy that would be up there. I can't even look up at something that high without getting jiggly,
Oh, he's posted lots of pictures on Facebook of towers.
Gosh.
His view from the towers. Well, he had one of those things put down on his foot once, and it did as much damage as you'd think. He's got had a knee that's been replaced twice. Ooh, man, Christopherson looked like he was going to pick up the high line, and
We got lap
I
traffic
thought-
and T.G. Reese that got caught up in that stuff earlier.
I really thought he was going to chop down across Dave Jandry's nose. Maybe he got cut a little break there.
Point is with the 101 is he's only a few years into this, retired
Into his
now,
return,
getting
yeah.
into this pro league, showing huge improvement and definitely rocking the Coast Guard paint there, defending our shores. Oh, and he goes down low. Spotter says he's clear. He's not sure if he wants to. Do I go down low? You gotta start thinking about that pretty soon because the pit stops. Or you stay on the outside line and make another lap.
We're still outside the window, although the cars that stayed out are going to be getting close to it in a couple laps here.
Yeah, my thing was always about trying to pit. We know how many laps there are. Trying to pit maybe a little bit early. And the thing is, you only get so much fuel here. So
I think everybody who
if
stayed
you
out
pit
has still
early,
got
you
probably
can go
another
with
6
a
laps, I would say.
tank instead of a full tank and 2 tires, and you try to fill it up. You're not going to get much more fuel, and you're still going to be in the window, and you're going to lose a ton of time on pit road. These guys are having to strategize, work with their teammates, and their teammates are all mixed up in this gaggle, inches apart. Okay, well, we got to stop, you know.
Yeah, so Chris is saying he thinks about another 5-6 laps there, even for the guys who stayed out.
I think I'm going to pit in another 4 laps. I think I'll pit on lap 23.
Copy
Well, that's
that.
generally a Rick Johnson thing, and that's where I learned that from. Because you could still, if you got fuel in the tank, you can get you don't have to top it off.
You see,
and
Ken
still
Shea
get
is one of
2
those cars that
and
stayed out.
And you get out of there faster. Whoa, man!
Woo, boy.
Oh, the 91 and the 101 almost had contact there.
Well, 91 stuck himself down that low line because he got to figure he's within a lap or 2 of needing to pit, and I think he got a little bit of
like
a.
Chris. I mean, yep.
I think he got a little bit of a rub off the bumper of the 06 and almost shot him back up into the 101.
You got to feel that there's many guys on this plan, so this is great for Chris because he knows he's going to. And we have pit action here. 3's going to pit.
Yeah, I think not this lap, but the next lap, you're going to see a lot of cars come in.
59 and the 87. These guys can't wave out the window, so they're texting, and these guys have to be looking up at their screen to make sure. Otherwise, somebody's going to run in the back of them here.
Yeah, so the remaining checkered flag teammates, the 3 of Mark DeSenza and the 59 of Ryan Johnson, have completed their service and are down and away. But they got to hope a lot more cars come in soon so they can catch their draft, because they're going to be all by themselves out there. You can see them going around to turn 1 just as the field enters it. Tom Jackson, slow stop there. He's going to get overtaken. They're going to eat him alive, put him a lap down.
I'm going to stay high here, knowing I'm staying out another lap.
Well, you have to do
That's
that.
a smart thing to
use
do.
Car language and looking at the scanner and looking at the 40, the leader. We're not seeing nothing. 25 is pitting.
25, 95
is pitting. 06 is pitting. Down pit road hard. That's Christopherson. I don't know if he even. Man, they're smoking them down pit road, but it looks like they all made it. I didn't catch the 40
Jeff
here.
Havoc. Oh, we got a car around backwards
Yeah.
into the catch fence. I think that was a 31 of Brad Otto.
Yeah, turn 1 looked like the 31. Pretty hard contact.
He was backwards and in
worst
the
thing
air.
You want, but then again, if they can get back out, at least they won't lose a lap.
Yeah, those cars that pitted, they're actually in the catbird seat here because they can either just splash the fuel or stay out, and they'll end up front.
Your former leader, now 21st place, the 40 car, exits pit road going, what the heck just happened here?
Yeah, I think
And
Shawn's
the caution
right.
is out.
I think they'll be looking pretty good when things cycle out.
Yeah,
I think most of us who are still out will probably take 4 tires. We might as well.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, you won't lose any spots. Then maybe next time you can go no tires.
Meanwhile, Milty got the replay queued up here. You'll see the 31 goes in 3 wide into turn 1 with Ken Shea on the low side. Oh, Ken Shea.
Into the catch fence and the 91 hard.
Ken Shea took a hard lick there.
1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. You've got 10 seconds to climb that obstacle, Private. I don't know if he came down on the 91 there. I see in the in car, but the 91 ate the safer barrier there. Looks like the 31 kind of came down on him. That's what I'm seeing.
I think he was expecting it to be a bit lower because 91 still had plenty of room to the bottom.
31 here, he's going to have to park it.
I'd say I'd have to consider that too, either way. But yeah, the end result there is Ken Shea is definitely
FSD
not winning
Racing
this
has
one.
a 2 incident rule. If you are caught up or you think you're caught up in it, you're going to have to
The cause of it, not just caught up in it.
you will be dealt with later.
Well, Jeff Habak pits as your leader.
How about that? The Coast Guard 101 car, Chevrolet down pit road. This is big time for him. I mean, he has
the 6
one of these big ass races here and does a great job positioning the car, no problem.
The 6 of Warren Johnson had to back up into his box.
No tires for the 101, only fuel. And he comes out like second in that group. So the car in front of him,
That'll be Brian Lovell, his teammate.
Brian Lovell, also, they went no tires. Winston with a little love tap. Chris was talking about the 34. This could be his night, and he is moving up in the show here. Tires are not a huge issue here unless they really get burned. Like Chris said, back in the back, might as well do that now because you can do it later and you won't lose track position. Definitely, these pros
Save for a rainy day, or
these pros are definitely, exhibiting great pit strategy and thinking on the drive, which let me tell you, it's really hard.
there's about 20% wear on the tires there.
I'm going to be honest, Dan. What do you think? I think those tires were wearing a little bit more than I expected them to.
Yeah, me too. I checked them out. I took all 4.
So you could feel that in the car. It was starting to drift on you, or
Just those last couple laps, yeah, you could feel the grip start to lessen a little bit.
Yeah, the maneuverability changes. On Tuesday night in the chicken run,
I saw guys losing their lane. I mean, we saw the guys losing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Tuesday night in the chicken run, a caution flag came out as I was headed to pit road, and I had to go to pit road or I was going to run out, so I just took the end of longest line penalty. Took the restart with 5 to go in 16th, and I ended up 4th. And I
because we all ran out of gas in front of them.
A lot of guys were running out of gas, but I also attribute that to being able to maneuver the car and avoid all that stuff and pick and choose lanes. So while you don't lose speed like you would at other tracks from tire fall off, you lose that ability to put the car where you want it quickly and confidently.
And I think that's right, Shawn. I think some of us who are sitting back here, Dan Jones, 29 of Jeff Hale, 83 of Steve Weber, myself, we're just kind of taking care of those tires. I think there's potential that could pay off in a position where we don't take tires later. So we'll see.
Yeah, green flag stops I always want to, because you don't want that problem with the tire change slowing you down. And yeah, sometimes you're taking less than a full 2 cans, and you get out just a little bit quicker, and that could be everything on the super speedway.
So we're going to be looking at 50 or 49 laps here.
Yeah, currently lap 25.
That's not going to make it on one stop, so you're still going to have 2 here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good time to. I think the line's going down at the porta potty, so I'm going to hit that. Sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers.
Yeah, we're currently just under 3 tank loads to the finish here at a 2.8. 76 minus 25 divided by 18. There you go, 2.8. So it all sorts out, and as predicted, Kristofferson back in the lead, having been part of that first group that pitted, And Will Farmer is the big winner in all this. I don't know what position he pitted from, but I don't think it was even inside the top 10. He came in with the 40, and here he is in P2 because of it, because he got to stay out as everybody else had to come in for their service.
I think Will was in probably the top 15 or 16 anyway.
I was thinking he was probably around 12th to 15th was my guesstimate.
He was right in front of me.
Okay. So yeah, that played right into his game there.
There goes
hitting
Greg
with the
Palmer
leader.
and Johnny Doucette topping
Got
off.
dropped.
Nope,
Yep,
just
several others taking fuel, it looks like.
Oh, topping off, yeah. Yeah, I saw Johnny topping off under the first caution a couple times too, I believe. Several cars did, and now the lights are off on the FSB pace car. The Firebird that was completely stripped down and overhauled after California.
So those guys in front have a few less laps than we have starting.
Yes. We're basically back in the situation we were after the first caution flag. You got some cars that stayed out because they had just pitted, and as in had, just like if they had just started the race. And so they're going to have just a few laps of fuel burned off here, mostly under caution. And then you got cars from behind. I don't know who the first ones... The first two that came into the pits were the 59 and the 3, and they're out there too, right behind the Outsiders team, which is, by the way, the 95, the 25, and the 06. My fellow Jersey drivers.
Well, every time you got to restart like this, you got to refocus. Very difficult, and everything changes so much, and you can see that in the lineup here. How about that? Kachinga, Will Farmer. We haven't seen him in a while. The college student doing life, doing.
Just had 4 wisdom teeth pulled.
Yeah, he
He's
just
had
has
4 wisdom teeth pulled. He's a little groggy.
No, that was last week or two ago. He's recovered now.
Yeah, he said it still hurts. So.
Oh, it does. It hurts for a couple weeks. Yeah.
I know my
Well,
coworkers.
I had it done like
watching. He just had 4 of them pulled too, or
Case
2.
car
I can't
off.
remember.
Yeah, I had it done like 4 years ago, and I had the misfortune of getting what they call a dry socket, where where what's supposed to be healing inside the socket kind of washes out, and it hurt.
Yeah,
That's long gone, and we are back to green here. As you see, the start-finish line, something unique here about Talladega, as the green flag waves for Jim Christopherson once again, is that it was put after the tri-oval, unlike Daytona, and this was done very much on purpose by Bill France when he built the track. It's because he wanted to sell those seats down there, and so he moved the finish line further down. You got the great few seats in the tri-oval, those always sell. The ones down by the start-finish line, well, now they could sell too, because you could be right there to see the tremendous finishes that this place has produced over its history, both simulated and real.
Yeah, my dad actually won an IMSA race here in 1974.
Yeah, the road course.
Road course and the banking by a nose in the Greenwood, the 505 cubic inch Greenwood Corvette. It was a legendary win in his career, definitely.
Yeah, just think about in the history of this track, how many finishes, including our own 4-wide photo finish and last season, how many outcomes were changed just by that one simple decision of moving the start-finish line. And we got some side-by-side already here. We got, looks like Mark DeCenza up high with Shane Wisman working the outside lane. Meanwhile, his teammate's still on the bottom, the 59 of Ryan Johnson. Has picked up my teammate, Dan Jones.
It's going to start to ramp up as if it wasn't exciting already. You're already starting to see the outside line. These guys, Mama's watching. I want to get on TV, and plus they want to win this race. Big old field. Let's see what's up here. It's definitely been decimated.
Bill Farmer there. Let's give a call to him in P5. That's Will Farmer's dad. And he is
Father
also
and son
recovering.
trying to get it done.
He is also recovering from recent procedures. He had some kidney stone issues, and they had to surgically remove them. So he was out for a while too, but he's back in action.
Then we talk about the 51, Dave Jandries, qualified third. He's third. Great plate racer, great driver. He's due, man. I'm telling you, he's due. Unfortunately, my pick tonight, Evan Castle is off the pace, got caught up in that stuff, and he's pretty much running by himself trying to get points. But tough luck for Evan. That's the way it goes. You lose so much time with damage and being out of the groove here.
I don't even remember who I picked.
You didn't pick anybody.
I think I got Shane.
Yeah.
You got Shane?
Didn't pick nobody.
I picked somebody.
I mean, I'd like to win myself. Don't get me wrong, but I'd like to see Shane win too.
Absolutely. I mean, you get respect for these guys, and you know, on the tail end there, Matt Ace, new to the league. He's at 27th, but still in that group. That group's trying to hold on there. Dave Ellens at 26th. Man, this thing's kind of, a long way to go, though. And these guys are still trying to get up to that group. They got a 4-car pack with Rich Castle and Jamma J in the 63. They're still in the group with Five Fingers Johnny Descent in the 58. Then you roll up to the big pack. Matt Watkins, he's leading the championship comfortably. He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, Matt Watkins has it mathematically locked up.
So there it is. But this guy knows how to win, wants to win. He doesn't show up except to do one thing, and that's to win. And they need, those guys behind Jamma J and that group right there need to get back up into that group, and they have. And now they got the draft, and anything can happen here.
That Highline's moving now.
Contact with Brad Otto on the outside. Brad's still in the race. And there was
It is
a
surprising.
contact with Tom Jacks and two of the guys that are lap. I think. Well, I'm not sure where they're at now. They're 20th and 19th. So with all the fluffle, their cars are still good. Yarborough at 18th. Bill's looking for a good run here. He has not had, he got a podium, he got on the winter stand, and then he's gotten wrecked a few times. So that's racing. Weber, his other teammate with Watkins, they're all
Look at that.
right
The
there.
Highline pushes to the lead. Mark DeSenza on point there with his teammate Jeff Hale behind, and they have to hang the 6-car Warren Johnson out. And you see,
How
look at him
about
lose that momentum.
How about Warren Johnson?
Yeah,
We
he's
got
looked really good
Johnson's
since he came in.
and Johnson's here, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're glad that. Oh, car around Dan Jones.
Looks like
Oh, the
contact
car is
with the
flipping
99
behind
is
him.
Flipping, and the 9 is flipping. Caution is out. Oh my gosh, replay here. Guys in the lead. Now what do we do?
Well, now everybody's got a pit, and everybody's back on even
But the
ground.
guys got tires the last time, you go with none. You get track position. The guys with tires, if you still have enough, you got one more stop still, easy.
Well, let's take a look here, Milty, at what happened to
it'll
our
still
in-race
be 2
reporter, Dan
stops.
Jones.
All right, here we go.
He is coming through the short chute to the tri-oval. And looks like
007 kind of came down. The 59 came up.
this thing was more of a
running-
drift up than a come down, but oof. A hard hit for the
Yeah, I think
007.
you're right. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Then we got
tough.
the 9 car coming through.
The beer can just got bent right there.
Beer can of Chris Hansen. Yeah, Chris Hansen. Ken Hansen. So he pops. Oh, man. 54 slowed.
He pumped Bill in the rear there, but Bill was trying to slow down. I think he saw it
Exactly.
coming, and it happened so fast. Yet the leader down pit road. What does the leader do here? 2 inside tires for the 40 Western Auto car, and he gets 2 tires and fuel, and he's out.
Looks like 29 will maintain the lead there.
Yeah. So these guys got 2, and that's normally what you do if you got enough fuel to get in the car. You know, is you at least get 2. You go rights, lefts. You want to have lefts on your last stop. So you see right side stops there because the left is faster, and you're going to go with less fuel. I mean, theoretically.
Theoretically.
But timing
Anyway,
that stuff, a lot depends on. But you always want to, if you're going to have to stop and you're going to have to get tires, you want them to be the lefts.
Well, I am going to take a little break here. I was about to before that wreck happened, and then I'll be right back.
Okay, the porta potties are pretty clean, bro. So I think it should be good.
Brought to you by Jeremiah Weed Vodka. Right?
Absolutely. Well, pro sim racing at its best. NASCAR 2003, the original sim, in my mind. Got the newer ones. You got iRacing, R Factor, Bill. 2003. That's what we started on. Well, we started on NASCAR 3. Jim Ray started this league, and then it was 2000. Then it was 2003. The upgrade. Wow, and it's still badass sim here, and these pros are going at it, and this is just the calm before the storm. You think it's exciting now? Guys are going to go, and somebody going to win this thing, and who knows?
This is going to get pretty spicy here, Milt. We're going to get another lap of caution. Hear me out here. I think you're going to see a lot of guys top off and hope that they can somehow stretch it on just one more stop. I mean, it might be a little too much to ask, but we'll see.
Well, if you get another caution and you can stay out and clutch, you can gain a lap or 2. Or if you're in the back and you're not running in the front, you're also lifting and saving fuel.
I'm in 7th right now. I'll be honest. I'm thinking about throwing my track position away to take fuel. I know it sounds crazy, but it could be a gamble worth taking at this point.
Well, exactly. If you get another caution and these other guys are going to be forced to make that decision to pit, and if you're the only guy that makes this move right now and tops off, you're going for it. From that point, then if there's another caution, I probably will slap my mama, and I love my mama,
Yeah, 10-4.
Ribs so good, you'll slap your mama. Well, I mean, you got to try to do something to win this. So, I mean, so what are we looking at exactly on fuel here? 36.
I mean, boy, it's going to be a stretch. I don't know if it's quite worth the gamble yet. I mean, if it was another lap later, I might do it.
Okay, so we're
but
36 to 76, so that's still 40 laps, man. Yeah, I don't think so, man.
Yep, 29 and 3 are on pit road to try it.
Wow.
Now that is not usually their MO. They are guys that usually like to go for it.
I was trying to talk myself into it, Shawn, while
Okay,
you
so
were.
okay,
I heard
my
you.
bad. What
Yeah, my
you're-
headset's wireless, but the mic
What you're
isn't.
talking
So I
about
heard
is
you.
one more stop.
Yeah, I just don't
Okay.
know if you can make it work. It's quite a stretch.
Yeah, I mean, 40 laps around here. You got to go 20 laps twice. That's a lot of saving. That's a lot of danger of losing the draft.
A lot of
And
splash
it's
and goes here.
And that's a
man.
big gamble on 40 laps of green flag racing to finish the race.
Well, and like Milt was saying, maybe they're betting on, a bit of a kerfuffle here in a few laps where they can stay out and save, where the rest of us might come in and top off.
Well, we could get Larry McReynolds out here.
The trans.
The trans for the cautions.
And we have a caution. Yeah, no kidding, Larry. There's a car stuck in the catch fence.
Trans on the cautions.
I got my Larry
With
McReynolds autograph hat in the shed.
Oh, absolutely badass.
Nice.
Definitely.
But I just love that about it. Every time, it's like there's cars flipped over, practically blood and guts on the track. We got a caution. Like, no, really? So we got the lights still on the FSP pace car. I mean, if guys are going to try the top off again, this might be your last chance to see.
This will be it right here.
Michael Moore, driver, just woke up, probably working late, or who knows? We all got life, but he's in the house. What's up, Michael?
Hey, Michael, thanks for checking in. Sorry you missed
We're gonna
it.
have a show tonight. Cassandra Christie, get it, Jamma J.
It's like 51, 41, faking. 34 is your first taker, I believe, Shane Wisman. And there you see Shane Wisman, Warren Johnson, Dave Ellens. Any more takers? The 043, the 83, 54, 15, 9, 58, 124.
I think
Some of the guys in the back.
This stuff is starting to really spread out as far as it's getting crazy. I think if I'm Wisman, I'm going with that lead pack. I've been in the top 5, top 6. I got to go with those guys and see what happens.
Now he decided to come in and top it off, so we'll see how that plays out.
Okay, so they stayed out and he didn't. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Shane Wisman was the first one, the first actual taker.
That could be his moment that puts him in victory lane. We'll see.
Well, you talked about it, but I still think this is, you got 38 laps to go, bro. Can't make that, but might make it on one stop. 18 and 18 is 36, but making 18, starting to think that maybe you were right about that, Chris.
Yeah, 18's easy. 20 is, whoo, that's tough.
Yeah, but we could go 1 or 2 laps and have another caution, and then that's all moot,
Absolutely. Well, we're about to find out because the lights are off on the.
We could go like 10 or 15 and have a caution. Or we could go all the way wow,
I'm rooting for all the way to the green.
Man, not a brainiac, I'm a doctor, not a magician.
I think it's going to be exciting no matter what happens here. These last 40 laps.
Hey, it's Talladega, baby.
Well, I appreciate my coworkers showing up tonight. They're not posting on here, but they're watching.
Jim Christopherson.
They definitely always have my back, and so.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Welcome to sim racing, guys. This is what I do on my spare time. Of course, I'm not driving tonight, but I will be doing the 12 hours of Sebring next week, which ought to be interesting.
I'd just like to say thank you, Milty's coworkers, for tuning in, and thanks for having my buddies back there. And we are back to green here with Jim Christopherson on point.
now and restart again. Every time you got to restart like this, you got to get your focus. You got to get. It's not easy, you know.
Man, there were some cars 3 wide at the back that were bouncing off each other. I was watching out of my the corner of my eye, but they made it through. Looks like Pops Markison's struggling. I think he was caught up in the first wreck.
These guys
maybe
have
missing a gear.
They're here most of the time. I think Chris tonight we're his teammates tonight. Rick Johnson's not in the house, probably playing drums somewhere or fixing some bodies on cars. He's a badass body man.
Nobody's playing gigs on the East Coast, I can tell you that, at least not the Northeast. But he's probably doing other things.
My teammate, who's a space brother, actually, Stephen Jones, he's actually a Grammy winner, teammate of mine at Donkey Bop. He's starting to get gigs in England. That techno rock music. Google Space Brothers, man. I'm telling you, this guy's serious, and he's finally getting some gigs close to home, at least in Britain, as things starting to open up.
You know, Will Farmer is chewing on the bumper of that 40. He wants to get a run, and I think he sees that high line forming up. Jeff Hale peeking up there. Looked like Will's dad, Bill, was thinking about joining them, but it's too late there for the 06.
Well, Bill made Will. You know? And Bill's
a little help.
Still, you know, Bill's just a great driver. He's gotten podiums, man. You know, he's just one of those guys you would love to see win this race, and you don't know, man. I mean, these guys are studs here. You need some luck and you need some skill.
Was it just me, or was that fast that the 29 got up here?
Absolutely.
Welcome to my world.
There's something about, look, the 29, when he on restarts, he has no fear. He does not wait for the car to come in. He makes the car come in.
Yeah, I call him the Pied Piper, kind of like like Dale Jr. in his prime. When Hale goes high, so goes the whole field.
Exactly, because he's that guy. Whoa, boy, they're close.
Oh, 40 comes up to pick him up, and Greg Palmer. That might actually be what Will Farmer was looking for.
I still like where Chris is at right now with the 51. That's a stud in front of him. Farmer in front of him. A long way to go. You still, you know, if they get up in front of you and pull in front, that's fine. But you still want that inside line.
Oh, we're going to go 3 wide into 1. Will Farmer pushed below the yellow line, gets back in. Greg Palmer is the meat in the sandwich.
Wide. Still 3 wide.
Oh, they're almost 4 wide there with Dulfer and one of the live fire guys.
And Gemma J, you know.
Oh, they're wiggling.
They're 4 wide. Now they're 3 wide. Normally that middle is the sucker hole, you know. I mean, you don't.
They picked up several cars and momentum from them. Man, I would want to get out of that situation. ASAFP.
95 might be having an issue here.
You think he's losing power?
Yeah,
he seems to be up to some.
Glitched a little bit there.
Yeah, he's whoa. No, my camera was focused on the 40 and things just went glitchy.
Warren Johnson in the 6. We haven't mentioned him. He's been up in this mix.
Oh, there he goes.
We got a car down low, and that is the 95.
This Will Farmer.
That his car is not good. But he comes back up on the track, so he's trying to let guys by.
I think
he's
maybe
not
he just
feeling it.
I think he just wanted to get out of that situation. Will's a smart kid. He's a Super Speedway Series champion. I think he recognized that was a storm, and he was in the eye of it.
This is, you know, the hurricane about to happen here in
That
Alabama.
really upset the outside line there.
Well, it got everything. Yeah, we're back to 2x2 at least instead of 3 wide.
How about Brian Lovell here, the star man, going at it here? He's, oh man, he's
Waiting in the wings.
definitely going at it and showing his strength in the 043. Johnson up to behind the 101 here. These guys are going at it, trying to wrench a victory out of these regular winners here.
I do believe Warren Johnson was one of those guys who topped off on that last stop, too. Shane Wisman definitely was, and he's there behind Will Farmer right now.
The intensity of this. Let's get some in-car here somewhere.
Let's see.
You
Let's
have
go
no
on board
idea
Mr.
how
Wisman.
intense this is.
I've been very impressed with what I've seen of the 6-car Warren Johnson. He's looked really good.
In-car with Warren Johnson here. This is what he can see, which is not much.
Here, I'll get up to him then. There we go, on board the 6 with Jeff Hale in his mirror and Jeff Havoc in front of him. He's in a Jeff sandwich.
See the draft come up here through the tri-oval. That's what we call this, the tri-oval. Going to the start-finish line. Right there. You get a huge run here. You might have to back off a little bit. Now pretty much on it. You see the Coast Guard car in front of him wagging his tail like a dog. He's not trying to do that. It's 195 miles an hour. 192, 193. About 193 miles an hour. Cup cars to be at 200 here. Wow. Look at that.
He thinks about taking it 3 wide, and he's more than thinking about it.
Down low. You see him down low. Spotters going inside. The whole time these guys got spotters talking to them. Inside.
Jeff Havoc keeps leaving that window open, and Warren Johnson keeps thinking about climbing through it.
Well, in my experience, that's not a good way to pass. But you kind of sniff around a little bit. He's definitely seeing the 101. His car is handling way better, so he would like an opportunity to get around him, but also he needs to help that outside line, which changes as they're switching back and forth on the outside. Now these guys already got to start thinking about when they're going to pit for that last stop, if it goes green. You have to think about that because it could happen. Could be green, could not be. You have to know. Coming up on lap 50, that's 26 to go. You need to get to about lap 18.
We're catching some lap traffic here.
Pass lap cars, look at that. Wow.
That is such a helpless feeling. You're just crawling around trying to make some points.
Extreme anxiety in the cockpit.
And this field catches you like you're standing still.
Yeah, great job by those guys being a lap down, getting out of the way.
Yeah, I've been there and done that. Bought a t-shirt and don't care to revisit it. It is no fun limping a car around Super Speedway.
Loose, but he's fast. Definitely looks like he's got a little bit of oversteer. I don't know if it's tires but he's actually pretty solid. And he's getting that air buffer from the inside and from the back. And then when you're on that outside, you get that. It wants to push you up towards the wall. And your view is, you have to stay focused looking forward and hit what you're looking at forward, and it'll carry you through. Otherwise, you start looking at the back of that car. You're not looking at the back of that car. You're looking at a track in front of you.
Yeah, you want to try and look through the car.
Peripheral vision, you know.
Oh, yeah, that high line led by the God bloody heck. Live fire team.
043.
Yeah, 043 and Jeff Habek, the live fire racing team. They're hanging tough up there, but they're starting to lose some ground as the bottom gets more organized.
Yeah,
I think those of us who
go.
stayed out, guys, are going to have to pit in about maybe 3, 4, 5 laps.
That's what I was thinking.
So the guys that stayed out need to be on the bottom. The guys that have the fuel advantage need to be on the top. Or back far
Oh,
enough
I just saw Jeff Hale clutching going into one. At least I think I did. Let's watch the front end of his car.
You're already saving fuel by being back behind cars, and you can lift. You can hit that clutch. You can save.
See him
laps of
bumping?
fuel.
You can see the front end of his car bumps up and down just as he goes into the corner. That's where you clutch on a super speedway. You clutch when you're just about to hit the guy in front of you, and when you're just about to go into the corner.
Multiple world champion, so he knows how to get it done. Warren Johnson, new to this league, impressing the heck out of me. But these guys are not, jumps. He's definitely, more than enough to get it done here, and let's see what he do.
Nothing on the scanner yet as far as cars pitting.
Even though if you're going to make it one stop, which pretty much everybody's trying to do, you still don't want to be that guy that's pitting and then maybe a caution after with a still huge field here. You're hoping you can make one more lap and let them crash. Christopherson all night in the lead, but he's using more fuel than everybody else. Been there, done that. I know when you're the leader, but then again, you can't relinquish that, and you got to go with your status quo here. And let those guys do their thing. He needs one more break here to get out in front, and they've got nothing for him speed-wise.
22 laps to go. Anyone who pits 4 or more laps from now.
I think everybody's gone this time, probably.
21 to go. It's getting real close. Okay, we got something on the scanner. 41 is pitting. 22
we got lots of cars pitting.
The leader is pitting. It's time, folks. Green flag stops at FSP. What are you going to do? Down pit road. Whoa, smoking them. Oh, the night car. No, 87, he's down lap, I think.
I think he got back on it. Yeah, he's back in the lead lap. He's currently showing 16th.
But your leader down pit road executing. Don't know how hard that is, but he's been on rails all night. The Western Auto Chevrolet. Two tires and fuel. Waiting. He's got to go all the way with fuel here, so he can't mess around. He's got to take. Oh, and he gets past the 22, but Palmer goes by. It's not a caution. It's green flag stop, so Palmer handles him. Greg Palmer in the 22 gets by him.
Yeah, 6 car had some wheels in the grass coming in there. Hopefully not a penalty for Warren Johnson.
Warren I'm Johnson. Well, yeah, I'm Johnson, and he's Johnson, but we're not related. That's Die Hard, you know. Palmer, when this thing should come out, it should be the Notre Dame Chevrolet in the lead.
That's a 3-car group there, and the cars that topped off are in
That's
a
what
bigger
you
group.
need.
Here comes
You
Winston.
need buddies. You need
Could
to go
that be
comes
the
just
kiss
about
of death
everybody.
for him, though?
And Beckman is in that group right there, our in-race reporter.
There we go. The second group is going to pick up this group.
And they're going to blast by. You want to be that first group that stops if you can make it. We're looking at 20 to go now. They're really pushing it, folks. And they're mowing through the field as they're just getting up to speed. Can they make it? Christopherson all over the back of the 22, Greg Palmer. You know, Palmer's going to use more fuel here. They lost the 41 a little bit.
Big mess as
Getting
all those
slow,
cars come
buddy.
together.
Cars just coming out. That's crazy coagulation right there. That gets the 41 and the 95 back in the mix while these guys pick up. These guys that win a couple more laps, they really need to get in line right now, and this is perfect for them. And they got fuel. Wisman, almost contact with the 41.
The 043 catches
No
the
harm,
wall.
no
Ooh,
foul,
baby.
no blood. Four wide.
4 wide off 4.
4 wide. Still 4 wide. The 3-car, he's not going to back off. No way. Are these guys good or what?
Still 3 wide there. Christopherson
You don't know
and a
how this
high
is,
checker flag
folks.
sandwich.
Now back down to 2 wide. There is that guy in the Pac-Man car. Where did he come from? The
He nailed his stop.
champion, the 15. What does he do? He always nails the last stop. He started in the back with the dogs, you know, and the beer and the barbecue. And here he is. That 15 car, he likes, he tends to like it, you know, in the post-race and being there. And he's very mild-mannered, you know. Well, you know, just tried to run a good race with that little bit of South Carolina accent.
Oh, Christopherson.
Christopherson into the wall. I think, was that him in the 15?
Christopherson, I don't know who he made contact with.
Not sure, but that was a scrape and roll, but he's going to lose momentum there. Tough luck for the guy that
Christopherson
led the most
was
laps
already
in this
falling
race.
backwards.
Oh, my gosh.
And C51 pushed up just a little bit as it looked
that
like
was
Christopherson
Chandler.
was dropping back. And yeah, hard
Yeah, the
right side
numbers
contact
right.
for
It was
Christopherson.
1 and a 5, but it was a 5 and a 1. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? You know, I guarantee you show up at FSB Racing Friday night on live internet TV, you're going to get a show. It ain't us. It's about the drivers, and they're putting it on here.
And so now it's about who can make it, who can't, and will we stay green to the finish?
Yeah, it's right on the edge here, guys. It's going to be so close. I can't call it.
And the second line. Who's going to try to take a chance and go outside?
Well, once somebody feels that they can make it, there's probably going to be a lot of clutching going on through this field. But once they know they can make it, that's when they're going to make that move and get to the outside.
Yarborough from the dregs in the Real Tree Chevrolet. Just a veteran run from him. A little bit of, he was spinning and no contact, no damage. I don't think. The 54 car, the wily veteran up in that group, along with his teammate, the 15 And the 83 behind them, the Monsoon guys. Oh man, if you heard that team channel, boy, I tell you what, it would definitely be bleep, bleep. But that's why we got team channels.
Amen to that.
My gut's telling me that there's going to be some of us who can make it, but I think there's
Yeah.
going to have to be a lot of clutching.
I think that
Well,
third group
you're back
is in
there
the.
a little bit, and you're in a good position. You almost have a fuel race to have to run. You got to stay with that draft, but you also can lift. The leader, Greg Palmer, is. Greg Palmer. The three. I don't know if he knows how to clutch, but I don't know. He knows one speed. From that on back, you're starting to see Will Farmer, the youngster. Was he like 18 now? I mean, he's been racing here since he was like 15. But he's a veteran now. Hasn't run on Friday night in a while, but he definitely showed up with the Rusties Pontiac, and he's definitely ready to go.
I was starting to say there, the 15 of Matt Watkins, I believe he was in that third group that pitted, and if any group can make it, it's that one.
Love to go here.
Yeah, I would say 15's the one guy who's got maybe some fuel to burn to try and win this thing.
Well, he knows how to do that. He's won the Indy 500 like that. FSB, he's won multiple championships. He's just he never misses a beat. Just mentally and physically, he is stud. He's a world-class driver, man. He just, I don't know, the few times I've beat him, I'll never forget,
Yeah, just winning on a night where he showed up.
By the way.
Just winning on a night where he showed up, whether you're competing with him directly or not, is an accomplishment.
Well, how do you clutch? You push the clutch in, and you push it in. Can't do it on the straightaway. You got to do it in the corner, and you got to let the car drift, and then you got to pick up the throttle and give a little bit of rev so the car doesn't come out from under you. It's not as big of a deal as it is like on a cookie cutter where you're way off the gas. And you're probably just talking a small lift. Instead of when you're coming, you start
a little
to get the
bumping going on there.
Then you lift, and you push the clutch in, then you pick it up.
Yeah, you can bump on the straightaways here. In fact, that's my specialty in fuel saving on super speedways. Is I hit the bumper.
For the crew for the 22, they see him in the lead right now. Can he get this done? Does he have enough fuel?
No, we don't want him on fire. No fire.
I think these guys coming now, Shawn, are pretty confident they can make it. They're coming pretty hard.
They've been saving fuel
I
behind.
see that
like
high side, yeah. That was definitely third groupers, too. With possible exception of
The
Hale.
outside line is definitely forming like a big dog.
I think saving time is over. It's time to go.
For Scotland. I guess I come to pick a fight.
Yeah, Hale was a first grouper, so he is not going to make it no matter what. So that's why he's in that group. He can't possibly save that much.
22 is getting passed on the outside now. Mark DeCenza. Did he save a little fuel staying behind? The veteran. I've raced with this guy for, except lately since I've been retired, definitely raced with this guy for, like almost 18 years. He's a badass, and there's Wistman right behind him. Wow.
Yeah, Hale's comfortable. Hale's comfortable. He's in his element on a super speedway, and he's on a couch. That's what he races on. His couch pulled up to his racing rig.
Yeah, I got an old racing seat, Sparco, all worn out, and that's, well, you see it in the, pictures. Wow, that 54.
Whoa, that was a big wiggle.
Sideways. That thing got looser than, a gasket there. He's trying to figure out if
That's
he
a good
wants to go
save.
high.
That's a
Does
good
Bill
save by
think
you
he
too,
has
Milty.
enough fuel here?
I mean, I think the guys up top right now, as Chris said, they've either saved enough or they're going for broke because they know they can't save enough. And they want the track position before a caution. So there's several different strategies at play out there.
Yeah, saving
Warren
time
Johnson.
is over, Sean. It's all
Orson
go
the
now.
50 oh! And the 50
Oh, big wreck.
tries to go up, and the 3 doesn't give him the room,
And there it is.
There's
There's
a
the
huge
caution.
contact there. The 54 sideways, and that's the caution. Oh my gosh, he didn't hit nothing, but he went backwards. At
Oh, he hit
190
something.
miles an hour. What a save from the 54. He was expecting the 3 to give him that room. He forced the issue, so I don't know, man. But that's
Well, here it
when
is.
you got to win this thing or not. I mean,
Yeah, it looks like he wasn't quite clear on the high side and came up.
well, he made a move. He thought the spotter said he was clear, and he wasn't clear.
Then a little bumping through 3 and 4, coming through that in the 58 and the 3. There's the helicopter view. You can see he just, he pinched him to the wall. 34 is Shane Wisman. Got a piece of that. I don't know if he got any damage, but he lost a ton of track position from it. 54, the car should be okay, but he's going to have to come in for tires no matter what. This race is probably going to restart, and it's probably going to be a shootout. Oh, 54, Bill Yarbrough has retired.
Big break for guys like me who weren't sure about making it there on fuel.
Yeah, that's going to remove a lot of the question about fuel. I think we're probably not going to see many, if any, come in. The only thing left to settle here is how many laps we're going to have to go. I'm thinking this is going to be a green-white checker. How many cars are operational that are a lap down? Now, there are 3 out there, so we are going to have a lap down car pitting lap. Oh, the 34 is listed as... Shane Wisman is listed as out with accident damage. I didn't think he hit that hard. That is a tough break for your Tuesday night winner, Shane Wisman. And
sorry,
congratulations, congratulations, Chris, on your first kiss of death.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm watching the replay again from Shane, and he barely bumped. What did that?
Well, this
Oh
is what the
no,
22
he blew.
needed
Oh
right
no. Oh no, I just followed Shane Wisman all the way through the wreck, and I think I see what happened. Let's back it up a little more here. Okay. Here's the chase view on Shane Wisman.
Okay.
As the wreck happens right in front of him, he barely touches, so that's nothing, right? He downshifts, I think he bounced it off the rev limiter there, and then as he's getting going again, boom.
Oh,
The
it
engine
blew
blew.
up. Oh my gosh.
So his engine blew after the contact, and that's why it
Oh,
lists
my
him out
gosh.
with an accident.
Wow.
Heartbreak for the
Well,
34.
heartbreak for others is, to win this race at FSB is really hard. And, Palmer, I don't know if he had enough fuel to make it. Now he does, I'm pretty sure he does. And, this is going to go green. So we're going to get a green-white checker here. That's the nature of plate racing. But, to win in this level at this league, you got to get some luck. And let's see what happens. Maybe the Irishmen are on his side here. I came to pick a fight.
Yeah, my only worry
that's
for
the
the
Scottish. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Well, I'm Irish and Scottish and Danish and German and English and Spanish. I got a lot of things in me.
Mostly Budweiser, though.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But
my
I'm
only
an
worry for
American.
Greg is if he's on the same strategy as Jeff Hale. Those guys are still going to be awfully close, even with these caution laps.
Yeah, they got a clutch, and they got to hope that thing don't sputter. Well, did you get a show tonight, folks? I mean, come on, You always get a show on Friday night here at FSB? Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
Matt Watkins, one of the cars I was sure could make it, is dropping down to the apron. They can
He's
take a shorter
still-
route around to save fuel.
Well, he's disciplined. He knows that no matter what, he always wants to save, so then it can ease his mind to keep his foot in it, He misses nothing. And he's also getting in
Absolutely.
the head of these guys a little bit. Because, whenever the 15's on the track, like you were saying, you're worried about what the heck he's doing.
And
Yeah,
everybody's watching what he's doing, too.
Absolutely.
Basically, he's our Dale Earnhardt. I mean,
He's the
it took
stud of studs right here.
it took a full year after Earnhardt died for me to stop getting to this point where, like, okay, we're past halfway. Where's that 3? Oh, right.
Well, in sim racing and FSB, it's the 15 and the
Yep.
52. But so both those guys are those guys you're like, oh no, he's in the race already. I gotta start thinking this is gonna be a couple laps to go here.
Lights out on the FSB
Lights are
pace
out on
car.
the FSB pace car.
We are going to take the restart on lap 74.
But
So
Greg
74,
Palmer is a
75,
veteran.
76. We got a 3-lap. It's a green, a white, and a checker.
Greg is a veteran. It's not his first rodeo. He's newer to this league, but he's raced in pro leagues his entire career. So
Yeah,
he's not, he's not used to being. He's used to being in this position. So
He is.
gotta
He's a super
execute,
speedway
make your
winner.
shifts and guard the bottom. Now it's all about guarding the bottom and hoping that outside line doesn't form, which you could work both lines. We see it on TV. This track has a really good grip line on the outside, so you have to be mindful of that too.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys, and say everybody's good on gas. It's just go as fast as you can and get to victory lane.
That's what I'm thinking the plan
I think
is.
so.
Might be some of the guys who are on the extreme end of it might run out in the last lap.
Around. This feeling right now when you're about
what's
to
Will
take that
Farmer
green
gonna do?
flag and got 2 laps to go. Wow.
What's Will Farmer got up his sleeve there? He's sitting there in P2.
Come on. I don't really want to root for anybody. I just want to see what happens here because I love all these guys.
This is excruciating. When you're in the leader, you're the leader, taking it to a green flag It's just a shootout, next flag ending it, and this long run. Oh, we got some tires spinning here.
Spun the
Not sure
tires
whose
a
they
little
were.
bit, and a little nudge from the 15, and the 51 gets up there. If you're in the fourth place like Dave Jandry is, you're waiting to see, can I bring the outside with me? I got to get going here. 74, 76. I got to make a move here if I want to win this race. Not going to be
Heard
from
some
the
guys
bottom.
bouncing
Who's
off
gonna
the
pull
chip
out?
off the
Here we
corner.
go. The 51 comes
51
out.
to the outside.
The veteran, he knows. Got the 29 behind him. Here comes
He's
the
got the
outside
15
line.
pinned down.
Will Farmer all over the back of the 22 trying to help him in the 15. 15
By the way,
goes outside and makes it. But so does Will Farmer. What does he do?
oh, he has to get back
No,
down.
he
He
goes
gets back to
back. He
Greg
couldn't make
Greg
it.
Palmer.
Spotter said, you're not clear. Still, it's Greg Palmer coming up on one to go. 75 or 76, they're side by side.
Yeah, 2 to go,
Here
Milty.
comes the 15. 2 to go, sorry. I'm
Yeah,
a
that
little
white flag
excited
comes out a
here.
little early on the overhead.
Side by side, the outside line's cooking, but so is the inside line. They got to stay together.
Matt
on
Watkins
the
has a
inside. You need
huge
to
run
push
out there.
Palmer. What's the 15 gonna do?
Oh, we're wrecking behind
there's
them.
contact. Ward Johnson around. Coming back to the line. This will be for the win, and it's Matt Watkins in the lead.
In the
out of
lead, but
nowhere.
for how long?
For how long?
We've seen it
Here they
before.
come, here they
Talladega,
come,
we
here
talked
they
about where that
come.
start finish is. Watkins,
It's
Jandry,
Watkins.
Hale.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we gotta rewind it and see what happened behind them to bring us back to the caution flag here.
I think it was Warren Johnson got hit by somebody there. I'm not sure.
That did seem to be the epicenter. Here we go. Warren Johnson's there, in between the 101 and the 58, and yeah, they got the bumper slapping.
Yeah, I think he was like getting into the 29, so he got out of it a little, and it wiped out the field.
Oh, Dolfer goes for a
Jam and
tumble.
Jay upside down.
Oh, my
Car
goodness.
Slipping.
The 99
That big one
pops
at
Marguson.
the end, like you think they weren't going to finish this thing like this? Are you kidding me? They're going to go for broke, and Bill Farmer flying in the air into the catch fence. They're all crashing in front of Farmer, and it was in the catch fence. They're all crashing. And Watkins from the rear with the gear.
been a long-
Again, you know.
It's been a long time since I've seen a race where the low line was not the place to be on the last lap.
No, I agree. I was like, man, I mean,
Yeah, they just
they're
lost all their help.
well, these guys are smart. They figure this stuff out, and they realize we need to go now, instead of waiting, which I used to always say, why are they waiting to the last lap? Get that outside line going. Warren Johnson doing a Joey Chitwood and a Tony Hawk there, gliding around and up on his two wheels. Great run for him. Sucks, but he showed his mettle tonight, man. I'm telling you.
Right on board, Jason Dolfer here.
There we go, in car. They're crashing. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm upside down.
My bucket.
Where's my bucket? I gotta throw up. Wow, Watkins, he just, how does he do this? I don't know, man. A little bit of luck and perfect. That restart, he crushed him, man. Wow. These guys put on a show or what? Are you kidding me? 18 live still watching. Thanks for watching, folks. A lot of going to be watching post race. This will be on YouTube for eternity. And Matt Watkins burning them up.
And there you go. There is your winner, Matt Watkins, Dave Jandry, Jeff Hale, Greg Palmer. Will Farmer recovers from being caught up in that to finish 5th.
Wow. There's my coworker, my bro there, Soul by Nature. He is tonight. He changes his name every time, I think. Or
I
maybe
wonder what that was all about.
That's one of them. He's like, let's go, Private Tile, because I always talk like that.
Okay. That's what that means. All right. So, as you see coming into the night, Matt Watkins had a huge points lead. In fact, that might even be updated already.
Well, he's a stud amongst studs, man. I mean, what do you say? My gosh.
And
these guys
so 65-point lead. Now there's only one race left.
One more for the season, and then we get a little break. Yeah. And then we get at it again. Yeah. Wow. Jim Ray in the house. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, Jim Ray, our FSB founder there, checking in. Good to hear from you, buddy.
Tom Jackson. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Well, if Milty could go gather up our podium finishers here. Let me just check and see if that is the updated points. I think it is, which is one of the fastest updatings I've ever seen.
Well, they ain't messing around here at FSB.
Gotta thank our admin, Ryan Johnson, always being on the ball with those. Just checking. Woo. Yep, that includes Talladega. That is Matt Watkins' 5th win on the season out of the 11 races we've run so far. Is it any wonder? And he's missed a race, too, with that huge point lead. With the race missed, 5 wins, 65-point lead going into the final week here. And look at Rick Castle picking up 2 spots there for 2nd, and Jim Gately rounding out your podium for the points. Ryan Johnson looked like he was poised for a good finish to gain some points tonight. Got caught up, unfortunately, in that last lap accident. But otherwise, great season. All these guys in the top 5 and beyond, really. They just had nothing for Matt Watkins, and there's no shame in that. The dude is a machine this season, just like he is every year. And we are going to have one more race to go. And backing it up here. Let's see, where is that last race? I think we close it out at Nazareth. Or no, Atlanta 97, I'm sorry. So the 1997 configuration of Atlanta is our last race of the season. That'll be on March 26th, next Friday, to close out season 39. We run 12 race seasons here. Keeps it so we have 3 seasons a year. Keeps you in the fight, so you have a bad start. Season's not going to be dragging on with you languishing down in the points, back of the field. You get another shot at it, that much quicker. We'll have our off-season events coming up, including the Memorial King of the Hill, which is the night where we run different tracks and mods. Or I guess it's all in the Cup mod, but run a bunch of different types of tracks all in one night. And then you add up the points, and you crown your King of the Hill. My usual broadcast partner, Milty, is a former King of the Hill winner. One of our in-race reporters, my teammate, Dan Jones, he's won the King of the Hill. You got a short track, a super speedway, a road course, and an intermediate. Some crazy loose setups. Just sprint races, no cautions, going for broke. We'll have the team concept racing, the TCR, where we break up the league into different teams than they usually have, and all go super speedway racing together. And we got our podium finisher here, Greg Palmer, in the booth. Greg, it looked like you had a shot at that one there, but the outside lane got it going on at just the right time.
Yeah, 3 teammates got together at the right time and just blew by me like I was standing still.
Yeah, that's how it goes in super speedway racing sometimes. I've been the one in that group of teammates, and I've been the one, that's gotten smoked by a group of teammates. You're kind of a sitting duck in that situation. Thought maybe Will was going to go with you there. I know you guys have a history and a connection there, even though you're not on the same team right now.
Yeah, I think he would have stayed with me. I just talked to him a little while ago. He says, yeah, he would have. He says he should have bumped me a couple of more times, but I don't think that would have helped. Not against teammates on the outside.
No, the high line, it got organized real quick, and you're the low line disorganized, and it caused the spread out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the caution to bring it to the finish, but still a great run there. Were you good on fuel before that caution?
No, I wasn't. I was 2 laps shy.
That's what I was thinking. Milt and Chris were speculating that everybody was going to make it, and that's why everybody was just going for it. I thought that the guys who had pitted in the first group were not going to make it. And good to know I've had the right call there, so you definitely needed the caution.
Yeah, I needed it. I was 2 laps shy, but on the restart, I can see the guys behind me were clutching it, so I slowed down a little bit too, just so they wouldn't get a run on me if they were going to get a run on me. But the caution came out. I saved fuel, and then on a restart, I got blown away.
Well, that happens, man. But still, a strong run there. Good job. They knew you were there. You had your fan club cheering you in the chat. So, strong finish there, Mr. Greg Palmer. And then Dave Jandry, quietly up there in the top 5 all night, but brought it home second. What'd you just need? Oh, did he leave? Oh, there he is. Sorry, I thought I saw you exit out. Dave, tell us about your run, man.
Thanks. It was fun. That was a good race, actually.
It looked like fun. I was kind of itching to strap the wheel to the desk and get in there with you guys.
Yeah, we kind of went 3 wide there for a while early on. That was kind of intense.
No, Dave. You guys went 4 wide.
All I saw was 3, and I knew it was pretty intense. It was fun, though. Nobody seemed to want to back off.
Yeah, Sparrow says car high, car low, 3 wide, and then he shuts up. So that's how you know you're 4 wide.
Okay, here we got them all.
Yeah, I've already started the process here, Milty, but thanks for gathering up our podium finishers.
We're always talking a lot, yeah.
Yeah, that happens. We got Brian Rodriguez in the chat there saying that Milty's going to lose his voice after this one. I'm like, nah, dude, he's like that every week.
Well, it was like, what do you expect, man? You see the show you saw tonight? These guys are awesome pros, man. I mean, they got it down,
Oh, Greg Palmer was 4th, not on the podium like I thought. Okay. Jeff Hale was your 3rd place finisher there.
Well,
Jandry was 2nd. It was a great run. I was just going off memory there, and my memory failed. Jeff Hale, strong run as always at Talladega, like we expect to see there. How were you on fuel before that caution that set up the shootout there?
Well, me and Dave had put it together. I was cutting it real close. I had to save a little bit. Then I managed to save enough. I was ready to go when we got 10 to go. But throughout the whole night, man, just made some great bold moves. A lot of fun. And just exciting. 3-4 wide a lot. But tough look at my teammates.
Yeah.
4 wide.
Tough look at my teammates. That really hurt when I lost them. Had a lot of guys working with me, and then some of them leave me. So it's the way it goes. But still made a good run there at the end from 7th to get that podium finish here tonight. So a lot of fun. Like I said, it's probably one of the best Talladega races I've ran as far as white knuckles.
Nice. But yeah, it was a good run out there. You lost your teammate Slim right off the start.
And you definitely showed why you're a multiple super speedway world champion. Definitely.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Nice win for Matt too. I just needed one more lap, and I was going to be waving at him in my mirror.
Yeah, we knew business was picking up there. And Matt Watkins, it's good to see that you're just going to coast to the finish here now that you got the championship locked up. I knew you'd take it easy the rest of the way in.
This guy, man, I'm telling you.
No mercy.
He's just like the I don't know, the force is with him, and he just knew. I don't know. He just all of a sudden it's like, with 4 to go, where the heck did he come from?
Yeah, they were coming, and I had just enough clearance to get in front of Dave, and me and Will had worked out a plan, and we were going to try to go outside, and they bumped me so hard that didn't really work, unfortunately, and he kind of got stuck low, and then that was that. So that kind of sucked. But yeah, I don't expect to win these races. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, we saw you were playing the back of the field, the fuel top off strategy, pretty much the entire first half. And I guess that just kept you out of trouble long enough to be there at the end.
Yeah, I just wanted to be around the finish and be in one of the packs and make something happen. And I was further up than I thought I'd be. And then I just saw the outside coming and just got in front of him, and then it worked out. So yeah, these tracks are fun when you run at them.
Yeah, and Jim Ray just pointed out in the chat that Matt should be near 100 Winston Cup wins by now. And I just checked the forum. Coming into this season, Matt, you were sitting on 94 Friday night Winston Cup wins. This is your 5th of the season. That means you're sitting on 99.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so one more, and you've
more
got
race.
as many Winston Cup wins as I've got total.
Gonna have a C note, man.
Not if I had something to do with it.
That's right. That's
Well,
right.
I guess we got to talk to Greg before we talk to January.
No, I talked to Greg. I got through those guys, yeah.
So now we got to talk to January. Dave, man, I mean, started third, finished right up front there. Just a solid veteran race. No mistakes, and it's just so close to the win, man. But that just shows how you roll and how well you managed it. Just so close, brother.
I saw I knew Matt was in front of me, and I saw the 95 wave, and I figured there was something going on between the two. So then I looked back for Jeff, and I knew he was going to go. So as soon as I could see the Tide car, I knew it was time to get up in the outside line. And when I got next to Matt, I thought, yeah, Matt's on the inside, got him past, and it didn't work out because he just kind of got back in front of me. I know how that happened. Just like the game kind
Matt
of parts
just
for him.
did a great job getting to the outside and then getting back. I mean, that timing was perfect,
Yep. I was just trying to get in front of Matt there, but it didn't work. But after that, once we were lined up, I figured we, just bumping on the outside, a tight race, and we could make the outside work, and we did. Then it was just a race to the end.
Well, great job, everybody. Again, our top 4 finishers here: Greg Palmer, Jeff Hale, Dave Jandry, and your winner and your season 39 champion, once again, Matt Watkins. And we head next week into Atlanta 97, as I was saying earlier, to finish this off. Another high-speed, high-bank track, draft-dependent, but not exactly super speedway like we see tonight. Still always a fun one to watch, so hopefully everybody joins us for that, and we're looking forward to it. To cap off what's been a great season 39, and then how to take our off-season break, head into season 40. I mean, this game's been going for since 2003. Here we are, 2021,
and
coming into our 40th
league,
season.
And the rate it's gotten to at this point, 39 cars started this race.
32, I think it was, but
professional sim racing at its best. Awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, monster field. So yeah, it's definitely fun to be part of those and fun to watch. I love putting that speed camera shot up the whole field, just going by.
Can I say something? Shawn?
Thanks. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to the top 3, and I just want to say something else. This is why I come to FSB. The competition is fantastic. It makes you a better driver. And these guys have made me a better driver. Look at what happened tonight. I almost won this thing over these guys. These guys are great. Matt and Dave, Jeff, guys are great drivers. And they made me hopefully as good as them. And I hope I can be as good as them one day. Great racing, guys. It was fun. Thanks. Congratulations, Matt, on your championship. Good night, guys.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
Greg.
Yeah, I'll second that, too. I've learned quite a lot by getting my ass kicked by Slim. The season he was back and in the FSB division when I had just come along.
There's a lot of guys that can kick your ass around here.
Yeah, there sure are. But I chased Slim for a season in the trucks, and I was like, oh, that's what I've been doing wrong. And that's where I turned the corner and started picking it up here on Friday nights and in other series we run here. But yeah, I love running with you guys and love putting on the show for Well, you guys put on the show. I just pushed the buttons, but I love broadcasting here with my partner Milty. Couldn't do it without you, buddy. Thanks for all you do, joining me from cross country. Thanks everybody joining us out there in YouTube chat. Thanks for the
Thanks,
for
everybody.
checking in, hitting those likes, the subscribes. Keep us algorithm friendly there.
please.
So maybe we can spread the word that NASCAR 2003 and FSB racing are still going strong in 2021. Thanks again, our podium finishers, Jeff Hale, Dave Jandry, Matt Watkins, for coming in for the post-race show, as well as Greg Palmer. Thank you, Ryan Johnson, the hardest working admin in FSB. Always got those points updated before I can even put it up on the screen. How about that? Thanks to Sam Young, our owner-promoter, for keeping this thing going, and Jim Ray, our founder, checking in chat there too, and just keeping the work going. And until next week, to put a wrap on this season, I've been Shawn Reap for FSB Racing Live, and I'll see you then.